Hi everyone, my name is Sumru, and in this short video I will be analyzing the board game Catan based on four main elements of game design we discuss in class: mechanics, story, aesthetics, and technology. Catan is one of the most famous strategy board game in the world, and it's a great example to explore how these four components come together to create a meaningful and engaging player experience. Through this analysis, we will also look at how the game actually works and what makes it so enjoyable to play.
Let's start with mechanics. In Catan, players take on the role of settlers, trying to build and expand their colonies on an uninhabited island. Each turn begins with a dice roll that determines which hex tiles produce resources, such as wood, brick, wheat, ore, and sheep. Players collect these resources from the areas around their settlements and then use them to build roads, expand into new territories, or upgrade their settlements into cities. The game's mechanics revolve around managing these resources wisely, trading with other players, and developing a strategy to reach 10 victory points and win the game. There is also trading, which is a key mechanic that introduces negotiation, cooperation, and sometimes competition among players. So overall, Catan's mechanics create a careful balance between luck, which comes from the dice rolls, and strategy, which depends on how players use their resources and make trading decisions. This balance keeps the game dynamic and replayable. Let's talk about the story. Catan doesn't have a written story, but the gameplay itself creates a story every time you play. The story emerges naturally from the player's actions. Each game tells a new version of the same narrative. Settlers arrive on a new island, compete for resources, and try to build the most successful colony. Each session becomes a unique narrative, shaped by player choices and social interaction. One game might feel like a peaceful period of trade and growth, another might feel like a tense struggle for space and power. Every decision, where to build, who to trade with, or how to expand, shapes the story differently each time. So, Catan's story is player-driven and interactive rather than pre-written. It reflects the definition we discuss in class, a sequence of events that makes sense through the mechanics and player choices. Now, let's move to aesthetics, which is about how the game looks, feels, and emotionally connects with the players. Catan's aesthetics is warm, colorful, and friendly. The board, made of hexagonal tiles, can be arranged differently in every game, which makes the map change each time and keep the game more interesting. This variety adds visual richness and keeps players curious about new strategies. The hexagonal tiles create a visual rhythm of landscapes, forests, fields, mountains, deserts, that feel both abstract and natural. The wooden pieces, dice, and cards all contribute to a tactical pleasure, one of the pleasures of sensation we saw in class. But aesthetics also include the social experience, the excitement of trading, the tension when someone blocks your road, and the joy of finally building a city. That emotional mix of competition, inspiration, and collaboration is what makes Catan so engaging. Finally, let's discuss technology. Originally, Catan is a physical board game, made of printed cardboard tiles, wooden pieces, dice, and cards. This analog technology allows for face-to-face interaction, negotiation, and spontaneous emotions that digital games often struggle to replicate. However, Catan has also evolved into digital versions, such as Catan Universe and Catan VR. These platforms recreate the same mechanics and visuals on computer and phones, using technology to make the game more accessible worldwide. In both versions, technology serves as the medium. It supports the mechanics, frames the story, and delivers the aesthetics experience in a different format. The technology changed, but the core experience, building, trading, and expanding stayed the same. This shows how technology acts as the medium that shapes how the story is told, how the aesthetics are experienced, and how the mechanics are played. To sum up, Catan is a perfect example of balance among mechanics, story, aesthetics, and technology. Its mechanics provide strategy, its story emerges throughout player interaction, its aesthetics create immersions, and its technology, whether physical or digital, brings everything together. That's what makes Catan not just a game to play, but an experience to share.